What up, everybody? I am so close to completing my hip-hop superhero and supervillain display. Well, you probably don't know, but now you do. And I'm super hyped to add this to the collection. But before we get into that, I need to make sure that you guys are subscribed to the channel because it's your continued support that helps me continue to put out these videos. So like, comment, subscribe, share, check out my link tree, link in bio, all of that. I definitely appreciate y'all doing this for me. Now, without further ado, let's talk about the Hip Hop Toyz X Short Drop Joker. Now that's Jokur, which is a play on words. So I can't front. I've been actually waiting for this release for a while because I needed it to complete my superhero rap mashup set. Now, while y'all are probably wondering why is a Joker figure mashed up with Tupac and why it even exists, we'll get to that in a bit, so just bear with me. So this is a second release from Short Drop and Hip Hop Toyz, and it's finally here. And first impressions always start off with the packaging. And off rip, the box is well done alongside the graphics everywhere. And I say this because this is an independent release and they're made in small batches. So as a toy maker myself, when you do stuff like this, it ain't cheap and it takes a lot of effort. And most people normally won't go through that kind of effort to put out something in small numbers. So it really makes me appreciate this and not take it for granted. And most people may take it for granted unless one of two things. Either you're making toys yourself or your toy gets smashed up and you're like, this packaging is trash. And as I usually say, we collect collectibles and not the packaging. So we'll move on to the figure itself. On my first glance of this figure online, I wasn't really sure about this one. But when I got it in hand, I was like, I can definitely see the quality and how dope this is. The figure comes with two interchangeable hands, one hand throwing up the West Side W and another one that's meant to hold the Joker's Tupac card that happens to have a dope Tupac print on it. The hand behind the back is holding a shiny mic that kind of looks like a disco ball. Now, I'm not sure if that was intentional through their design or it just ended up being that way because that was glossy black. But it definitely fits the motif either way. It also comes with two interchangeable heads, the standard Tupac face sculpt, and then you got the Joker face sculpt. Overall, this figure is exactly what it looks like. It's Tupac as the Joker, which is spelled Jokur, which is a head nod to Pac's last name, Shakur. The detail on this is actually really dope, all the way from the texture on the pants, the gloss paint, and matte finishes all over the place. Makes this figure really spot on. Now, as far as the head sculpt is concerned, I think it kind of misses the mark in accuracy a bit. I mean, you could tell it's Pac, but it's not my favorite rendition of Pac. And if I was to pick which sculpt in this set was the best, it's gonna have to be the one with the Joker makeup on, and that's how I'm gonna be displaying it. Now, you're probably wondering why Joker and why Tupac? Well, playing into the previous mashup that Short Drop and Hip Hop Toyz release, which was a Batman and Biggie mashup, you would need Batman's arch nemesis and Biggie's arch nemesis in one, right? To kind of make this make sense, which would be the Joker and Tupac. And according to that theory, this totally makes sense. But if we're gonna have to split hairs on Tupac being the Joker and whatever that may mean to you, then you're probably taking this way too seriously and don't really get how these things work, and that's okay too. For me, this is a perfect addition to my collection because I'm slowly building a superhero, supervillain display with my Spider Biggie, my Venom Tupac, my Bat Biggie, and now I got Joker Pac. Not to mention, I also got an Iron Man Ghostface, and I'm sure I probably even have more that I'm not even thinking about at this very moment. A lot of the time I think about how and where I could display things in my collection, and that thought process plays a big part if I want to buy or keep something nowadays. At this point, I'm keeping it. And I'm loving it on the shelf with my Bat Biggie and Spider Biggie because it just looks super dope there. If you're watching this video, that means that this statue is live for sale right now on hiphoptoyz.com, or you could click my link tree, which is in the description or link in bio, wherever you're watching this. It retails for $250. It's about 12 inches tall and there's only 100 made. It's solid resin and all quality. And speaking of there being 100 made, I got number 44 out of the 100 and I ain't mad at that. Shout out to Short Drop and Hip Hop Toyz. Thanks for watching No Hype and make sure to stay tuned for more dope and rare hip hop collectibles. Peace.